In this video, I'll be showing you how to knit stitch English knitting style. So hopefully you've already seen our casting on video. If you haven't, pop back and watch that one. I'll pop it in the description below. And once you've learned how to cast on, the next stage is to learn how to knit stitch. So again, we'll be using our 10mm bamboo knitting needles and our super chunky weight yarn in this lovely purple colour. So pull enough yarn out to start working with, and then we'll pop that to one side. So you should have a needle filled with some cast on stitches. Again, if you haven't learned how to cast on, just pop this video on pause and go back and watch that video. The next stage is to essentially transfer these stitches onto this needle. So we'll be knitting a row. When you've knit all of these stitches from your left needle onto your right needle, that's called knitting a row, because it's a row of stitches. So to start with, we'll take our needle filled with the stitches in our left hand and our empty needle in the right hand. Again, you want to sort of scooch these needles up so they're about an inch away from the tip of the needle. Otherwise it becomes too hard to pull them off the needle and you'll have a loose tension. So taking your right needle, we're going to go into the top of the first stitch on the left needle and cross over. It's very similar to what you did when you were casting on. Then we're going to take our working yarn, the one attached to the ball, and we're going to go around the back of the needle and down through the middle. This is what it looks like from above. I'll show you that again. So we go up next to the needle through the first stitch and cross over. Take your working yarn and go around the back and down through the middle. Then this is very similar to casting on. So you want to pull your right needle down so it catches that yarn, but instead of pulling that loop towards you, we're going to take that whole stitch off the needle. So this is your first stitch of your second row. Let's show you that again. So you take your needle from your right hand, go up and cross over that first stitch like this. That's the view from the top. Take your working yarn around the back and down through the middle like this. And then we go down, we catch that yarn and we move the whole stitch off the needle. One more time. So into the first stitch on your left needle, wrap it around the back, and then catch that stitch, pull it off the needle. Don't forget, you can slow these videos down to 1/4 of the speed if you need to. It might help you in seeing the steps more clearly if you do feel that you need it a bit slower. Cross over anti-clockwise and through the middle, and then catch that yarn like that, take that off the left needle, and you keep going until you reach the end of your row and all of your stitches are transferred onto your right needle. Now your last stitch, which will be the first stitch you cast on, may be a little bit loose. So when you've knit this stitch and all your stitches are transferred, see how this is quite loose? Just pull your short tail a little bit tighter. So that is your second row. Let's show you what it looks like when you're knitting into your third. So it's the same concept, no different. The point of entry is always going to be the stitch closest to the tip of the needle. So you go up next to the needle and cross over. This time you need to be really careful not to knit your little short tail in. So get that one out of the way, because you don't want to knit that one in. You want the long tail that's attached to the ball of yarn. Go around the back and down through the middle. And then again, we're just going to catch that yarn and take that whole stitch off the left needle. Repeat that a couple of times. Just keep practicing until you've got the hang of it. You'll find your natural tension the more you practice. Some people naturally knit tighter, some people naturally knit looser. There's no right or wrong. It's just about being aware of what your natural tension is so that you can choose the right stitch patterns, you can choose the right needle size, and so on. So that's what it should start to look like once you've done your third row. Hopefully that's helped you understand how to knit stitch. If you want to learn how to purl stitch, check out our how to purl stitch video on the channel. I'll link that in the description below, and I'll see you there. Bye.